Breaking news. Gene Hackman, wife Betsy Arakawa, and their dog found dead.
Oscar winner Gene Hackman, a known recluse in recent years, was seen in public. As we're learning incredible new details this hour about the circumstances surrounding his death.
Investigation ongoing.
February 26, 2025, at approximately 1:45 p.m., Santa Fe County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to 1425 Old Sunset Trail, where Gene Hackman, 95, and his wife Betsy Arakawa, 65, and a dog were found deceased.
Authorities in Santa Fe, New Mexico, are investigating the shocking deaths of legendary actor Gene Hackman, his wife Betsy Arakawa, and their dog, who were found deceased inside their home on February 26, 2025. Officials have confirmed that there were no visible signs of trauma on either Hackman or Arakawa, and carbon monoxide poisoning has been ruled out. However, the cause and manner of their deaths remain unknown, pending the completion of autopsy and toxicology reports. Hackman, 95, was a two-time Academy Award winner and one of the most respected figures in Hollywood history. Known for his unforgettable performances in The French Connection, Unforgiven, and The Royal Tenenbaums, he retired from acting in 2004 and lived a private, quiet life with his wife, Betsy Arakawa, 65, in their secluded Santa Fe home. The couple was known for avoiding the spotlight, making their sudden deaths all the more shocking and mysterious. While authorities initially stated that there were no immediate signs of foul play, the case has now taken a stunning turn. Law enforcement now has a suspect in custody. Investigators are now meticulously analyzing phone records, security footage, and planner entries to reconstruct the couple's final days. What really happened to Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa? Stick around to find out who police have in custody as a suspect and what new details are emerging in this baffling case. On February 26, 2025, at approximately 1:45 p.m., deputies from the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office responded to a 911 call requesting a welfare check at 1425 Old Sunset Trail, the private residence of legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. The call came after a maintenance worker, scheduled to perform routine work on the property, received no answer when attempting to contact the couple. Concerned by the lack of response, the worker reached out to neighborhood security, who arrived shortly thereafter to assess the situation. Upon arrival, security personnel approached the residence and conducted a brief external inspection. Peering through a window, they made a chilling discovery: the lifeless bodies of Hackman and Arakawa inside the home. Alarmed, security immediately dialed 911, prompting a swift response from law enforcement. Within minutes, deputies and emergency medical personnel arrived at the secluded property. After gaining entry to the residence, officers conducted an initial sweep of the home to assess the situation and locate any additional occupants. It quickly became clear that both Hackman and Arakawa were deceased. Investigators first located Betsy Arakawa, 65, lying unresponsive on the bathroom floor. Nearby, a black space heater was found close to her head, leading authorities to initially question whether a fall or accidental injury may have played a role in her death. The bathroom door was wide open, and pills were found scattered on the countertop, raising further concerns. A short distance away, in a mudroom, deputies discovered Gene Hackman's body. The 95-year-old actor was found wearing slippers, with his walking cane positioned nearby. The placement of his personal items suggested that Hackman may have collapsed suddenly, possibly while attempting to move through the home. Adding another layer of mystery, a German Shepherd belonging to the couple was also found dead inside the residence, its body positioned approximately 10 to 15 feet from Arakawa. However, two other dogs on the property, one inside the home and one outside, were found alive and in seemingly good health. During their initial search, deputies found no evidence of forced entry, nor any signs that the home had been ransacked or burglarized. The doors and windows were secure, and nothing inside appeared disturbed or missing. Preliminary findings suggested that the deaths were not the result of an apparent struggle or break-in. Authorities, however, were not ready to rule out suspicious circumstances. Given the unusual nature of two individuals and a pet dying under unknown circumstances, the Criminal Investigations Division was called in to take over the case. With no clear cause of death immediately evident, investigators turned their attention to potential environmental factors. Firefighters and personnel from the New Mexico Gas Company arrived at the scene to conduct tests for carbon monoxide poisoning or other harmful substances in the air. However, no dangerous levels of toxins were detected, effectively ruling out carbon monoxide poisoning as a cause of death. This development only deepened the mystery. If there was no external trauma, no forced entry, and no poisoning from environmental factors, what had caused the deaths of Gene Hackman, Betsy Arakawa, and their dog? As law enforcement continued their meticulous search for clues, another stunning revelation soon emerged. The authorities had a suspect in custody. However, details about the individual's identity, connection to the couple, and possible involvement in the case remained undisclosed. With unanswered questions mounting, investigators turned to key pieces of evidence found at the scene, including cell phones, prescription medications, and a 2025 monthly planner, as they worked tirelessly to uncover the truth behind the mysterious deaths of one of Hollywood's most beloved icons and his wife. As authorities continue their investigation into the mysterious deaths of Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, the preliminary autopsy results have provided critical insights but have also raised even more questions. According to the Santa Fe County Medical Examiner, neither Hackman nor Arakawa showed any visible signs of external trauma, ruling out any apparent injuries that could have caused their deaths. This finding has only deepened the mystery, as investigators struggle to determine what exactly led to their passing. In the early stages of the investigation, one of the primary concerns was the possibility of carbon monoxide poisoning, a common cause of sudden, unexplained deaths in residential settings. However, toxicology tests have ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning, and additional reports from the New Mexico Gas Company confirmed that no leaks or dangerous gas levels were present inside the couple's home. This revelation eliminated one of the most likely environmental explanations, leaving authorities with limited immediate answers regarding what could have caused the couple and their dog to perish under such strange and tragic circumstances. One of the most significant findings in the preliminary autopsy was related to Gene Hackman's pacemaker. According to medical records and an interrogation of the device, the pacemaker registered its last event on February 17, 2025, approximately 10 days before the bodies were discovered on February 26. This data has provided investigators with an estimated time of death for Hackman, strongly suggesting that he likely passed away on February 17th, which coincidentally was President's Day. Since pacemakers continuously monitor and regulate heart activity, the fact that Hackman's device stopped recording any events on that date indicates that his heart likely ceased functioning on or around that day. The timeline for Betsy Arakawa's death, however, remains less certain. One of the more disturbing discoveries during the autopsy was the state of decomposition in which Arakawa's body was found. The medical examiner noted that her hands and feet showed visible signs of mummification, which suggests that she had been deceased for an extended period before authorities arrived. Mummification typically occurs when a body is exposed to dry conditions over time, leading to the preservation of certain parts, while others decompose at a different rate. While investigators currently believe that Hackman likely passed away on February 17th, they have not yet determined whether Arakawa died at the same time or days later. The unusual nature of their deaths has led authorities to analyze every possible factor, including the medications found at the scene, the position of the bodies. The presence of these medications has raised speculation about a possible medical emergency, overdose, or poisoning. One of the most intriguing discoveries was a 2025 monthly planner. Investigators are reviewing its pages to establish a timeline of the couple's activities, looking for appointments, meetings, or unusual notes that could help explain their final days. Near Betsy Arakawa's body in the bathroom, deputies found pills scattered on the floor. Authorities have not disclosed what type of medication they were or who they were prescribed to, leaving unanswered questions about their role in the couple's deaths. The pill's location raises concerns. Did Arakawa collapse while taking medication, or was there an altercation or outside interference? Investigators are testing the pills to determine their composition and connection to the prescription bottles found in the home. Another unsettling discovery was the death of one of the couple's dogs, a German Shepherd. The cause remains unknown, but 2 other dogs survived, prompting speculation. If poisoning was involved, why did only 1 dog die? Authorities have conducted toxicology tests on the deceased dog to help determine if it ingested something harmful and whether this connects to the couple's deaths. Authorities say the search of the residence is just the beginning as they attempt to unravel the mystery surrounding Hackman and Arakawa's deaths. Investigators are now focusing on analyzing the prescription drugs, unlocking cell phone data, and examining entries in the planner for potential clues to their last known activities. Additional toxicology tests are being conducted to determine if foreign substances were present in their system at the time of death. As the investigation unfolds, authorities have kept specific details under wraps, but in a shocking development, they have taken a suspect into custody. The identity of the suspect and their alleged role in the case remain undisclosed, but this new information suggests investigators are considering the possibility of foul play. With the official cause of death still unknown and toxicology results pending, the world eagerly awaits answers. The mysterious deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa have become one of the most perplexing Hollywood tragedies in recent history, and authorities are working tirelessly to uncover the truth behind what really happened inside their home. As investigators work to determine the sequence of events leading up to the deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa, one of the biggest challenges has been the couple's extremely private lifestyle. Unlike many high-profile figures, Hackman and Arakawa had largely retreated from the public eye, making it difficult for law enforcement to establish their last known interactions, visitors, or any potential warning signs before their deaths. Determining when the couple was last seen or heard from is now a crucial aspect of the investigation. The most concrete evidence so far has come from Hackman's pacemaker, which registered its last recorded event on February 17, 2025, about 10 days before their bodies were discovered. While this suggests that Hackman likely died on that date, authorities are still working to confirm whether Arakawa passed away at the same time or at a later date. To piece together a timeline, investigators are analyzing multiple sources of information. First, phone records and text messages are being examined to determine whether either Hackman or Arakawa had any recent conversations, appointments, or calls for assistance. Authorities are also reviewing emails and voicemails, searching for any signs of distress, unusual communications, or last-minute changes in plans. Since Hackman and Arakawa reportedly did not maintain frequent contact with outsiders, even small details from their phone activity could provide significant insight. Another key piece of evidence is the 2025 monthly planner recovered from the residence. Investigators are combing through its pages, looking for scheduled doctor's appointments, meetings, or any notes that might indicate a planned trip or unusual events leading up to their deaths. If the planner contains entries up to February 17th, but nothing after, it could support the theory that Hackman's death occurred that day. However, if Arakawa's activities were recorded beyond that date, it might suggest that she was alive for some time after her husband's passing. Law enforcement is also examining security footage from their gated community to determine if anyone visited the residence in the days before their deaths. Given that the couple lived in a secured neighborhood with restricted access, the footage could be essential in identifying any unusual activity, visitors, or deliveries during that period. If no one entered or exited the home during those days, it might suggest that their deaths were due to an internal medical or environmental factor rather than external interference. Despite these investigative efforts, there are still many unanswered questions surrounding the deaths of Hackman and Arakawa. The first major concern is whether either of them suffered a medical emergency. Since no signs of trauma or carbon monoxide poisoning were found, investigators are exploring the possibility of a sudden illness, overdose, or poisoning. Hackman, at 95, may have experienced cardiac arrest or another age-related complication, but the lack of immediate clarity regarding Arakawa's cause of death has raised additional concerns. Another puzzling aspect of the case is the discovery of scattered pills near Arakawa's body in the bathroom. Investigators have yet to disclose what type of medication was found or whether it was prescribed to either of them. Did Arakawa collapse while taking medication, or could she have been attempting to administer aid to Hackman? Could the pills suggest an overdose, accidental or otherwise? Authorities have not ruled out the possibility that a substance within the pills could have contributed to their deaths. Toxicology reports will be crucial in determining whether drugs or poison were involved. An equally perplexing detail is the fate of the couple's pets. The German Shepherd found dead inside the home, while 2 other dogs survived, adds yet another layer of uncertainty. If the cause of death was due to environmental factors, poisoning, or a tainted substance, why did only 1 dog succumb while the others remained unharmed? Investigators have conducted toxicology tests on the deceased dog, hoping that the results may provide additional clarity about what happened inside the home. With a suspect now in custody, the case has taken an unexpected turn. While authorities have not released the suspect's identity or connection to the Hackmans, their involvement could provide critical answers about the couple's final days, potential threats, or undisclosed conflicts. As authorities continue their painstaking investigation, the world waits for the final autopsy and toxicology results, which may hold the key to unraveling this tragic and baffling case. As the investigation into the mysterious deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa unfolds, authorities continue to withhold specific details while providing key updates. According to an official statement from the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office, there were no signs of forced entry, robbery, or immediate indications of foul play. The home was secure, with no evidence of a struggle or intruder. Yet the unusual circumstances have kept investigators treating the case as suspicious while awaiting forensic results. A major unanswered question is the pending toxicology reports, which could take weeks or even months to complete. These results will be essential in determining whether medications, alcohol, or toxic substances were present in Hackman and Arakawa's systems at the time of death. Until those findings are finalized, authorities cannot conclusively determine the cause or manner of death, leaving speculation to continue among both the media and the public. The news of Gene Hackman's passing has devastated Hollywood, with fans, former co-stars, and industry professionals paying tribute to the 2-time Academy Award winner. Widely regarded as one of cinema's greatest actors, Hackman left an indelible mark on film history even after retiring from acting in 2004. Social media has been flooded with posts remembering his iconic roles in The French Connection, Unforgiven, and The Royal Tenenbaums. However, alongside the grief, conspiracy theories and speculation have taken hold. Many question the mysterious pills found near Arakawa's body, the death of one of the couple's 3 dogs, and the recent revelation that a suspect is in custody. The lack of definitive answers has led to wild speculation, with theories ranging from a medical emergency to the possibility of outside involvement. Forensic experts are now focusing on key pieces of evidence collected from the scene. Investigators are analyzing medications found in the home to determine if they were properly prescribed, correctly dosed, or possibly tampered with. Hackman and Arakawa's cell phones are also being examined, as they may hold important messages, last-minute calls, or distress signals that could provide crucial insight into their final hours. The final autopsy report will be the most significant factor in determining what truly happened. Authorities are considering several possible causes of death, including natural causes, an accidental overdose, or an undetected external factor, such as poisoning or an unknown medical condition. With the unexpected development of a suspect being taken into custody, the case has shifted in a new and uncertain direction. As the investigation continues, the public eagerly awaits forensic findings and further updates. Until more is revealed, Hackman and Arakawa's deaths remain one of Hollywood's most perplexing mysteries, leaving fans and authorities alike searching for the truth behind their tragic and untimely passing. The shocking deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa remain a deep mystery, with authorities still searching for definitive answers. Despite a thorough investigation, officials have confirmed there were no signs of foul play, trauma, or carbon monoxide poisoning, leaving the cause of death uncertain. While Hackman's pacemaker last registered activity on February 17th, it remains unclear if Arakawa passed away at the same time or later. Investigators continue to analyze medications, phone records, and toxicology reports to determine what truly happened inside their Santa Fe home. As this case unfolds, stay updated by following the latest developments. The final toxicology reports will be critical in uncovering the truth behind their tragic deaths. Until then, the world mourns the loss of one of Hollywood's greatest actors, remembering Gene Hackman's incredible legacy and the indelible mark he left on cinema. What do you think happened to Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below.